What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most requested reviews analysis, so stick around, you don't want to miss this. But before we get into that, if you're considering a purchase, don't miss out on this incredible discount available right now. Check the description below and the pinned first comment. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details. So, I'm updating my review of this portable power station after a few more weeks of use and a couple of firmware updates. I started off at a 3-star based on a learning curve, mostly because I didn't factor in the 15-watt drain from the AC inverter. You really do want to add about 15 watts to whatever you've got plugged in if you're planning real run times. Even with that accounted, it was underperforming by a couple of hours, which is where Abby in customer service came in. She reached out, we talked through discharge and recharge cycles, and she offered an exchange for another unit. That exchange process was smooth, and I appreciated the prepaid label and the willingness to stand behind it. Then the plot thickened with firmware. I checked for updates, installed a couple, did another heavy discharge to 0, and suddenly, this unit began to perform the way I expected. A recalibration, if you will, and it flipped the experience from met to usable. I'm now hanging on to this, and I'm genuinely impressed by how a couple of software tweaks can change things that much. A few practical notes from my first trips with this portable power station. We took it camping and ran a 55-watt fan overnight. My math pegged about 16 to 17 hours, and the unit confirmed roughly 17 on the display. After about 7 hours, the reading showed roughly 3 and a bit hours left with around 20% still in the tank. I'd been assuming about 85% of the stated battery capacity, and the numbers didn't quite line up, which is where that 15-watt inverter drain came into play. It did make me wonder about running something heavier, like a fridge overnight, which is where the later tweaks mattered even more. BLUETTI's app is straightforward and helpful. It lets you monitor things on the fly, especially if you're using it in a car or on a road trip, and don't want to crawl behind the seat every time you want a readout. There's also the pass-through charging, which is a big win if you're using it while you drive or recharging from a generator during the day. One drawback I've accepted is standby drain. If you forget to turn it off, that 15-watt nibble can empty the battery after a while. I'd wish for a smarter shutdown option, but the device has not shown any damage from keeping it ready. And yes, the unit sits comfortably in the kitchen or living room during a blackout, with a display that's bright and easy to read. Bottom line, this portable power station has grown on me. The combination of real-world tweaks, improved customer support, and the robust inverter headroom makes it feel like a solid companion for camping. Outages and occasional heavy loads like a microwave. The external battery setup in my later tests pushed the runtime even further, proving this can scale with your needs. Overall, I'm glad I stuck with it.